golf will be back in mid-June with no fans at the Memorial. They have already scheduled the PGA Championship for August 6th. The Ryder Cup is set for September 25th, and the U.S. Open will be September 17th, the week before, and the Masters is being moved to November. There is no Open Championship this year. That has been formally announced. Brian, you wrote a piece about this today, about how it makes sense that golf will be the first sport to come back. Looks like mid-June we're going to get PGA Tour golf. Why did golf make the most sense as the sport to come back?
Because you really don't need a lot of people out there on the course in order to play golf, in order to broadcast golf, in order to get a sport going. And unlike some of those other sports, it's a non-contact sport. You literally don't have to touch anybody. You don't have to be within 6 yards, let alone 6 feet of anybody. You can stagger tee times. That's number one. You don't have to do the customary post-match handshake. I think everybody will be okay with that. You don't need rules officials. If you're not having fans out there, you don't need any of the volunteers. You can film golf from up top, far away from where the players are. So it made a lot of sense for golf to come back. I also think you could make the argument about tennis, but the issue with tennis is it's an international game. And while golf has a large international group of players, most of those players live over in the United States, and most of them play on the PGA Tour. So that's the reason why the Open Championship was canceled, was because everybody has to get over there. And there's obviously restrictions on international travel. You're talking about a 14-day quarantine. So that's why the Open Championship was most likely canceled. And that's the reason why the U.S. majors and the Ryder Cup can still go on, because most of those European players are based in America. And obviously, as I said, all of the non-contact elements of it. I really think this is going to be an important moment for golf, because when you think of the number of people who are going to be watching it, the way that they broadcast it now, the way that the players kind of handle this moment is really going to set the tone for not only the rest of the year for golf, but potentially for the next 10 years, because so many people are going to be introduced to this sport and the way that it's broadcast. And if you follow golf as closely as I, you know that we have a lot of issues with the way that it's broadcast, whether it's like too much talk, not enough shots. You know, there are all these commercial breaks. They come back and they're showing a putt that was just made. So I'm really, really going to be focused in on how it's being broadcast, specifically knowing that a new audience is going to be watching it.